Tonight, a KXAN in-depth report. In the next 25 years, the population of the Austin metro area is expected to nearly double to 4 million people, which means a lot more drivers out on the roads. Interstate 35 is already among the top 2 most congested roads in Texas, and drivers will tell you Mopac isn't much better. No wonder this week voters approved a $720 million mobility bond that could bring a lot of relief.
But it will not include one mass transit option many say is long overdue: light rail. The Guadalupe North Lamar corridor has come up time and time again as a desired location. Today, this is what a typical commute through that corridor looks like. It took KXAN's Kylie McGivern about 34 minutes to make the 5.3-mile stretch during rush hour. Kylie, no wonder people are talking about other options for that area.
Yes, but historically, light rail has been a very divisive topic in Austin. So rather than focus on opinions, we wanted to zero in on what it would actually take for the option to become a reality here. Tucked away from traffic, around the bend from bumper to bumper, rests Metro Rail's Crestview Station, a striking calm that's better known as a typical afternoon on the commuter line.
And there's Metro Rail.
Lyndon Henry, a man with big visions, now sits at what was supposed to be just the start of something big.
Kind of an interim solution.
A transportation planning consultant.
It's the most affordable, it solves the problem.
Henry put together the plan he says got light rail into the city's planning process.
This is the study that came out with in 1973.
A proposal at its core he believes still has promise.
This Guadalupe-Lamar corridor over and over and over again has been shown to be the most viable corridor.
An updated proposal didn't make it on this year's ballot, and the projects that did in 2000 and 2014 failed in the bond elections.
It really didn't go from places that people really travel.
But other Texas cities have gotten on board.
Dallas was 1996. This came out in 73.
20 years ago, Dallas Area Rapid Transit opened the first half of its now 20-mile light rail, exceeding expectations for daily passenger numbers. At that time, Dallas only had 120,000 more people than Austin does today.
But it's the best thing ever happened for Dallas County. I'm telling you, I've been here 50 years, and it's the best thing ever happened. It is easy.
Easy, a word you'll be hard-pressed to hear in Austin.
So I do have to sit about an hour and a half in the morning and in the evenings.
Mara Mays misses the days of her old job when she could ride Metro Rail to work. The line runs from the suburb of Leander to downtown Austin.
No stress. I didn't have to worry about how I was going to get to work each morning.
But it's the gap in between morning and evening commutes that has Blake Mendez doubting rail as a solid city investment.
In the afternoon, lull time, often when I've ridden it, I'm the only one on the train. So it kind of makes me wonder about the efficacy of, the dollars at work. We can do better.
I think that the city of Austin does have to step up and figure out how to get a less commuter and more urban-focused rail line on the ground.
Austin Councilmember Greg Casar advocated for light rail to be included in this bond election, but his colleagues felt the turnaround time was too quick to get the plan properly vetted. Henry says it's been the same story the past 40 years.
There's just been a lot of utter confusion and diddling and indecision on the part of the city leadership.
This time, several council members expressed their desire to get serious, get back in the rail business, and get something passed.
An investment in mass transit is expensive on the front end, but it will be much costlier for us later on down the road if we don't address our significant transportation problems, just like our affordability problems.
This summer, City Council voted to create a bond task force, meaning light rail could end up back on the ballot as soon as next year. In Austin, Kylie McGivern, KXAN News.
We're going back through the archives, through the past 30 years of all the different studies, evaluations, ideas, concepts, etc., that have come out about public transportation. Checking the assumptions behind them. Are they realistic? Do people really understand the trade-offs?
Capital Metro is looking at past rail concepts to help plan Austin's future. It says the critical elements are public support and funding to help create a comprehensive network beyond the existing Metro Rail commuter line. But with Capital Metro's involvement comes criticism for the way it's handled taxpayer dollars in the past, especially when voters were told the Metro Rail was going to cost $60 million, and the project ended up costing nearly $140 million.
Keep in mind, Capital Metro is currently preparing to expand the Metro Rail, 4 more rail cars, additional track, expanding the downtown station, and increasing service times from every 30 minutes in rush hour to every 15 minutes. All of this is expected to be complete by the end of 2018.